Hi everyone, this is Ron Steele with Live Enlightened. I have a brand called Live Enlightened by Ron Steele, and I do worldwide lifestyle webinars. Today is October 16th, 2017. It's about 1 o'clock, a little after 1 Pacific time. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about today culture, okay? Culture in business. Any business, but I specifically work in the restaurant industry, and I've been doing work in the restaurant industry, a diverse amount of work, diverse amount of wisdom and learning for about 25 years now. So I've been through a lot. I've been through hell and back, and I want to share some wisdom with you guys. I do consulting, and I've done all different types of consulting and working for other people and myself in the restaurant industry. I've done turnarounds, and I've done new store openings. And what I'd like to tell you today is how important culture is, especially in this day and age where there are hundreds, if not thousands, of restaurants opening every few years. And investors pouring a lot of money into it, which is why there's so many opening. And it's successful because, you know, a lot of people aren't cooking at home like they used to, and they want to go out and be entertained. And part of that entertaining is going out to new restaurants or existing restaurants and trying, you know, different foods and having that experience. You know, we're all here. Souls living a human experience here on Earth, and we're looking for ways to have an experience. And right now, those are some of the reasons why restaurants are popping up all over, because the good ones are successful. They're making a lot of money. Investors hear that and they want to put some money somewhere else besides the stock market. So anyway, that said, culture is important to running and maintaining a successful restaurant. So what kind of culture? Here's what I believe, and this is what's worked for me for many years. Trial and error, and here we go. I believe in giving the tools, the training, and the feedback that our employees need and deserve to do the job right, and what our high expectations are of them for them to accomplish that and for them to improve. So the tools they deserve, the training they deserve, and the feedback. The feedback is, here's where you're doing really good, and thank you for that, and you're an important part of our team. But here's where I notice your challenges are. Here's where you're struggling. Here's where you need to improve. Do you know that? And here's how I'm going to help you. And you ask them, how can I help you? Because you want to listen to them and get some feedback. And this is compassionate. My management style, just so you know, is like a servant leader, to take a term from Jim Sullivan. A servant leader type of management style, where you go in and you find out how you can help them by asking them, and by observing and making notes and speaking to them at the proper timing. And compassion. So you manage from a standpoint of compassion instead of anger. Compassion instead of a true, genuine leader who gives direction, instead of one who just tells people what to do and gets pissed off when they don't do it. So it's a step-by-step process. I'm a very deep, highly aware, attention to detail, analytical person, and it's really helped me be successful. So give them the tools. Give your employees the tools they deserve to do the job, the training they deserve to do the job right, and the feedback. Here's where you're doing good, and here's where you need to improve. By the way, where you need to improve, here's how we're going to help you improve. Here's a detailed development plan of improving, and here's how long you have to improve, and here's what's going to happen. Here's the expectations. Here's what's going to happen if you don't improve, and here's the consequences. So a demotion, termination, whatever it is. Part of creating culture, all those things create a culture, by the way, and structure and organization. Structure, very important. Don't have a corporate atmosphere. You take a page out of the book from corporations of using structure and organization, but that's it. Stop there. The rest of it is all about, you want to create a family atmosphere, a team atmosphere, a family team atmosphere type of culture. So you all become one on the same team. And one thing where corporations really fail at, not all of them, I mean, I'm speaking in general here, but corporations that are failing, I think what's happening to a lot of them on the culture aspect, and with their expectations, some of them high expectations, and not giving their people what they need to actually reach the corporation's expectations, is corporations get so large, even the smaller and medium-sized ones get so large where, you know, you're sitting in a corporate office in Chicago, let's say, and you've got locations all over the U.S., and you're losing touch. Some of those folks are losing touch with the folks in the trenches, your employees that are in the trenches. And they know what's going on in the trenches. Your employees in the trenches, I call it, is in the restaurant every day in the grind. And they know what's going on better than you. And you don't listen to them. And you tell them what to do from afar. And then you have expectations that you expect them to meet what you're saying, when really you're the idiot that isn't even finding out what's really happening, because you think you know it all, because you think you're educated, because you maybe think you're better than them in the trenches. Well, whatever the heck it is, you know, that we've been taught growing up as humans. But that's one of the places corporations fail. But anyway, let's go back to culture. Culture is different than that. Culture is the management team from the corporation structure all the way down through senior management to in-store management to the employees. There is structure, there is chain of command, there are SOPs, but you are creating a culture where you truly and genuinely want to go in there and help your people. Help your people help you. So you want to bring out, you want to let your employees know that you want them to be themselves at work, but you want them to be the best part of themselves, the genuine best part of who they are. You want to help bring that out. And you want to have family management meetings, and you want to have family team meetings. And I call them that because you should have another family. You should have a family at work, and you should create that kind of culture where you're going in there, giving them the tools they deserve, the training they deserve, the feedback they deserve to do the job, and then excuse me, and then you're going in making observations, and with those observations, the positive stuff you see, you're giving them thanks for that. And then you're sitting down with them at the right timing with your notes, and you're going through, here's what I see, you know, that's going wrong too, and we need to focus on that and fix it, and how can I help you fix it? And if you don't know all of it, here's how I'm going to help you fix it. And you use every tool in your toolbox to teach your managers, to teach your employees, and communicate with them in the proper way, and help everybody find out what the help is every person needs, from management down, senior management down. Find out what that help is everybody needs and give it to them. That's it. Be a servant leader. Walk in the restaurant and be that person that everybody looks at and says, oh, Ron's here. Awesome. I know he's going to help me and answer this question I have today. I know he's not going to embarrass me or tear me down in front of people. He's going to talk to me respectfully. But you know what? When I need a kick in the butt, he's going to respectfully be assertive with me and tell me exactly what I need, genuinely. And he's going to give me direction and leadership. Don't be that person that walks in there and everybody says, uh-oh, the boss is here today. What's not fixed? And they all run around and tell secrets and whisper and say, go hurry up and, get the 3-compartment sink set up properly and date that stuff in the cooler and, have your aces in places. And it just doesn't work, because the best managers, when they turn around and walk out of that restaurant, the best managers are who have employees, that when the manager walks out of the restaurant, those employees still have respect for that manager and they actually do their job. Now that's 95%, of the folks. You're going to have, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10% of people who are just bad apples who spoil the bunch. And when you create a culture where your managers have compassion for people and your team members have compassion for each other, when you create that culture where the management and the corporate are going to help individuals improve, they're going to help spot out and observe, they're going to observe and notice everyone's issues, and even if it's something personal, you can see when they bring it to work and they have problems. And you create a culture where the corporation helps the employees even with their personal problems, because anything you do for employees at work is going to help them out, and in their personal life is going to help them at work, and vice versa at home. Kind of like the corporations kind of caught on to, if we have fitness centers in our office buildings, our employees are going to be healthier, happier, show up for work more, and things like that. So we all know what healthy exercise does better for us, and it's the same kind of thing. Figure out what employees really need to do their best job at work and bring out the best in them, and give it to them. That's it. Everything's an investment. Your time is an investment. It's not a waste. Your money is an investment in the right things. It's never a waste. We need to stop being so crazy about labor costs. You need to manage it, but the first most important thing is that you have enough people there, enough labor, and that you train them appropriately. You have enough people there trained to train them, and they're there to train them, and forget about labor from that aspect. Spend the money and the time and the investment on the certified trainers to be there to train your people side by side, the buddy system training. And then spend your money on having enough people working there so people aren't overworked, and so the manager isn't always filling in. Spend your money to have enough managers on the bench, and stop being so tight and greedy with your money. The universe gives you back what you put into it. So if you're always going to say, I don't have enough money to hire 3 managers for my store, so I'm only going to have 1, and I don't have enough money to have 50 employees when I do 50 or 55,000 a week in sales, so you only have 30 employees and you work everybody to death, and then there's overtime. You know what? You put that energy out there into the universe, you put that vibration out there, guess what? You're going to get it back, and you're going to have a lot of trouble. So, yeah, you have to manage your expenses. You have to manage labor and food costs. But you know what? Have all the food in stock and more that you need to sell everything, to have everything available 5 minutes before open and 5 minutes after close, to have everything that's on your menu available 100% of the time, every day that you're open, every minute that you're open. And the same thing goes for labor. So you let your restaurant determine what your food cost and labor is, not you. You got no business, no right doing that. Your restaurant, every single location is different in a way. You want consistency, but you have to realize every single restaurant is different in with the type of guests that you have in the area. So let the restaurant determine what your food and labor and other expenses, quite honestly, is going to be, and provide a culture where your management manages from compassion and understanding and great communication, and you guys will be successful. So I'll leave it at that. Hopefully I provided some good information today, and that's my wisdom from many years experience. And I'll have a few more videos from time to time to hopefully help somebody out. That's what I'm passionate about. I love helping other people. So I hope you live every day from good, positive thoughts and intentions. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. This is Ron Steele with Live Enlightened. I am a lifestyle consultant, business and personal. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Take care. Bye-bye.